Hey there, I'm Diana and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to share some of my must-have travel essentials for using when you're going on plane flights. And these are items that I have used on plane flights and road trips for the past couple of years and reached for over and over again. And I really realized the past about year or two that people that follow me on the blog are not necessarily seeing things elsewhere and vice versa. And so when I looked back, I realized I had never shared these items on YouTube, even though I've talked about them quite extensively other places. So I wanted to make sure to share these here on YouTube and share why I love them so much. So I have everything from my favorite travel backpacks to my favorite jewelry organizers, and we're just gonna go through it all, and I will share all the links down below to where you can find everything if you're looking for these sorts of travel items. I do go to Disney a lot, but actually through the past few years I've done travel a lot of other places. We've been to Mexico, we went to the Bahamas, Chicago, Nashville, Gatlinburg, so a lot of different places and regions, and these work generally for travel to all those sorts of places, and I use them for a mix of air travel and road trips, although primarily to a lot of places right now we do have to fly because of our location. So let's jump in, and I'm going to dive in and share all of my favorite travel essentials that you need on your next trip. So these first two items, I feel like I've talked about them over and over and over again, and then I realized I don't think I've ever mentioned them in a YouTube video, so here we are. But these are two backpacks that I got, both of them on Amazon. They're two different sizes, and they're built for really two different purposes, but in both of them, I really love that they have laptop sleeves in the back of them. They also have this strap on the back where you can easily slip it over your luggage, and they're really, really easy to carry. So the difference between these two is I carry this larger one whenever I'm on a flight that maybe you have less carry-ons available, you have to fit everything in one carry-on bag, or if I'm taking a lot of different outfits and I want to make sure to have a change in here, because this is nice because it opens up just like a suitcase and it's got a nice big spot to put everything inside. So a lot of those types of flights I will bring this one. When I'm on a flight where I'm bringing multiple check-ins, or I'm able to have multiple carry-ons where I can carry my purse and my backpack separately, a lot of times I gravitate towards this one simply because it is lighter. I also use this one when I'm going on a road trip. I love all the pockets in this one. It's just nice and easy to use. It's got a really big space down here on the inside. And again, that laptop sleeve is perfect to use this as a laptop backpack when you're traveling. Lots of awesome pockets. And I keep all of my essentials down here in the front. I'm going to talk about all of these because I use these in both of the bags. But you can see that has easy access here in the front with a couple different zipper pockets. And then also a really handy either documents or flight boarding pass holder right here. So this one's been super handy, and I actually just went on a trip, and this was the laptop bag that I used for that one. But on this trip I'm going on here shortly, actually I'm using this bag because the company that I'm flying only allows you to bring one carry-on, which means as a woman you have to put everything down in here, including your purse and makeup and anything that you want to bring on the flight. So I love this because it does fit underneath the seat. It's got this really nice large area that opens up, lots of great zippered pockets on the inside. It even has luggage straps here on the interior, so that way you can snap things down if you want. And again, it's got those easy access pockets here on the front, so I can put anything that I want, like chargers, sunglasses, my boarding pass, all those sorts of things, easy access right here in the front. It has this area here on the back, which actually can fold all the way open as well. But it has this padded area where you can put your iPad, your laptop, and it snaps down over. So this backpack is fantastic when you want to get everything down inside one area and not have a ton of extra bags to hand you. It does have this zip pocket on the back, and also this can go over your suitcase. So these two have been used a ton. They've held up really well, and this one's going on a trip with me next week. In addition to those backpacks, one of my most used travel items that goes on every single type of trip is this really great foldable charger. So if you use Apple products, which I do, I have an Apple Watch, I have the AirPods Pro that can charge on this mag charger, and also an Apple phone. This is one handy charger that just folds up. It doesn't take hardly any space in your check-in, and you can charge all three devices from this one handy charger. I absolutely love this. I got this when we went on our cruise to Mexico last year to try to save space and not have to bring as many cords, and you just have a small amount of kind of space around to lay things down on a counter in the cruise stateroom. This worked perfectly, and I actually loved it so much, it's just gone with me everywhere since. So this charger has definitely been one of my best travel purchases, and it's something that I bring on every single type of trip, regardless of whether it's airplane or in the car, and it gets a ton of use. So my next two items are airplane specific. So this one is an Amazon Basics luggage scale. I tuck this down inside of my carry-on, and this is perfect because you can use it before you go. You can use it whenever you are at your destination to make sure that your checked baggage has not gone over the weight limit, which is typically around 50 pounds. And if you have a large enough suitcase, this can be really a problem. So we definitely always try to check our luggage to make sure it's not going to go over. So I just tuck this luggage scale down in my check-in so we have it and we're traveling with it. This clear look stand is great because if you're on a flight, like for example here in Minneapolis we have Sun Country, which is in some places around the country, but it's kind of like a Frontier or something like that where you don't have the screens in the seats. I think I've even been on some American flights that don't have screens in the seats. So this is handy because it can put your phone in here, and you can put your phone a number of different ways, so it can hold it a number of different ways. You can use it like a stand, so you can set it up using this and use it like a stand a number of different ways. But the really neat thing about this is it actually has this clip which slips out, and then you just put it over the tray or wherever there's a space that you can hold your phone, and then you don't have to sit there the whole flight holding your phone at a specific spot. It's actually the perfect spot to just sit there and watch movies and that sort of thing if you like to do that on the plane. So this has been a really handy item that I've got a ton of use out of when I've been traveling on airplanes that don't have screens in the back of the seats. Another handy travel item that I use when I get to my destination. Now I have a couple of these travel steamers, but this has ended up being my absolute favorite because it folds up and takes up such a small amount of space. I absolutely love that. It has the cord that you can use this Velcro that's attached to just kind of wrap the cord up and have it not take up much space. But I always like to bring a steamer with me because I wear dresses a lot whenever I'm traveling. And when you get to the other side, they can end up being wrinkled a lot of times. And so I have used a hotel iron to steam things before, but I have actually burnt some of my clothing that way too, so I don't love doing that. So this travel steamer perfectly solves that problem. It has this cute little refill area where you just put the water down inside there. It just locks in like that, and then you just fold it up. So when you want to go travel, you empty this out, fold it up, and you are good to go. It doesn't take up that much space in your luggage at all, so you can kind of see the footprint that this has. So this has been my absolute favorite travel steamer to literally throw down inside of my luggage. I have other steamers that I use here at the house to steam out the clothing, but this one gets a ton of use, especially if I am flying. This has been super handy to have. Another fun item that I got for traveling and I used a ton is this travel pouch. It's nice because it has the see-through bottom, so you can just put whatever essentials in here that you want to put in there. I've got a couple of these spray sanitizers, some fuel rods, some Tide pens, wipes, just all kinds of bits and bobs that are in here. And so this is just a really great grab and go. You could use it for makeup or really anything that you wanted to use it for. So it's just like the perfect size for travel. But I did also want to share these Touchland hand sanitizers that I have down inside. I really like these when I'm traveling. I have a couple different kinds of these. I like that they just spray on your hands and you can put it on. Your hands aren't like sticky afterwards and you don't have like extra gloop on your hands. Just a couple sprays and this is like the perfect amount. So I always travel with these. I always have a couple in my carry-on bag and put some down inside of my checked luggage as well. So I can put them in park bags, use them on the go, and have them at my destination as well. So this travel bag has been used a ton. In the next section, we have a number of items to choose from. And I have a little bit of explanation why there are so many of these. So these are all jewelry travel cases. And I've gotten a number of them for different reasons, different situations. So I wanted to share the different ways that I use them and even some of the different pieces that I've pulled out and have been super handy to use down inside my larger bags, just even on their own. So I've tried a number of different situations, but this is what I have come up with that I absolutely love. So first of all, I found this company called Angelina's Palace, and they make durable travel cases. So this one is a jewelry case here that has this area at the top where you can put in rings and you can put in earrings, and it has these great pouches down inside. So this one I use if I have extra space in my suitcase, but it is obviously quite bulky. But I absolutely love it because what I found is these individual pouches are perfect for travel. So actually every single time I'm traveling, I actually use these individual pouches, and I just use this case to organize them at home. So not exactly the way it was intended, but I get a ton of use out of these little jewelry pouches. I like that they're clear here and that they have the kind of soft velvet backing. So that was a great find. The other great find that I got was also from Angelina's Palace, and it is a jewelry organizer that came with a couple of inserts that go down inside. So it actually came with this earring holder that was meant to slide down inside this clear pocket that then went in here, and then you could kind of zip everything up. I do use it this way sometimes, but actually what I found on my last couple of trips is I actually like just using this folded up down in here where I can put jewelry and different items like necklaces here in the back, and you can just toss things down inside. And if I don't need a ton of jewelry to take with me, you can see I actually already have some of these down inside of there. I just use this clear pouch to hold things like my watch bands and things like that, and then I just toss everything down inside, and it's really easy and quick to just grab this and go. So there's kind of like a multiple jewelry case situation, and I like them for different reasons. But I do have two others, and these also have different uses. So this one is another one that you would use if you have a lot of space down inside of your bag. But the cool thing about this one is if especially you're making videos and you need some extra light, it's got a light that's built into it, or if you wanted to use it to do your makeup, it's got a light that's built into it. So you can actually use it for the extra light to do your makeup, or you can just use it for the jewelry component too. So here's what it looks like on the jewelry side, and it has this really great pull-out area for earrings and such. So again, this one's more of like a road trip one, and when I need the extra light. The last one I actually used a lot when we were moving, and this is one of the very first ones that I have. I actually love that this folds out, and you can see like it has tons and tons of space. Now on a normal just travel trip when I'm gone for a week, this really is more space than I need, but I absolutely love how organized this is. It's been super durable, and it's just a really nice way to keep your jewelry organized. So I have kept specific pieces down in here that I really like to use for certain types of travel trips. And so that's just like packed up and ready to go if I'm going for a little bit longer trip, or a trip when I would use this one. This one's nice though because it is flat. So it actually takes up, it feels like a little bit less space than some of these other ones that have a hard, you know, kind of more boxy shape, but you can kind of see the difference in the size between even those two. So those are all the jewelry organizers that I love for different reasons. But honestly, my favorite thing out of all of them are these little pouches. I use them so much on every single trip. It has been hands down like the best find that I've gotten in the jewelry category. Another great find that I use on almost every single trip is this pill organizer case. I like carrying this with me for just incidentals, grab and go. It's got allergy medicine in there, headache medicine, Tums. You just never know what's going to happen when you're traveling. A lot of times you are in different air environments, you're in different environments, you're eating things you wouldn't normally eat. And so I just like to have some things on hand because you never know. So this has been great. We actually have one for the kids' vitamins too, and it just keeps everything in one handy spot, closes up really nicely, and doesn't take up that much space in your carry-on. Coming down to the last couple items, I wanted to mention these. These are obviously Disney specific, but I got these wristlets on Amazon. I got them as a 2-pack, and first of all, they're really super cute, but they're also really great because you can use these as a makeup bag. You can use them as just like an incidental perk bag, and I wanted to share what I use them for. I actually have this one loaded up right now. I think this one I most recently used for a makeup bag, so it doesn't have anything in it, but I like to just put incidental things in here, just kind of a grab and go bag. So it's got camera wipes in here. I've got some Clorox wipes in here. I've got a little thing of Tums in here. Again, you just never know. I've got Kleenex in here. I've got an extra hair tie in here, some Band-Aids. So it's just really kind of like those incidental things that you might need and you just want to have handy. So these are the perfect size to carry those and perfect for a Disney trip as well too. Just slip them right down inside your park bag and keep everything organized that you just need to grab and go. I actually had to go run and grab these because they were already packed, so I am literally getting ready to leave on my next trip. But another thing that I have loved over the past couple of years of travel are these Fanny Packs, and I found these two that I specifically like. So I got this mint one and I did add the patches to it afterwards. And I like this one because it's a nice small size, but it does fit my phone down inside. So here is my iPhone, so you can see that down inside. It's got a zipper pocket here on the back. Lots of pockets on the inside, and it's a nice long length so you can wear this crossbody, and it's got this great strap on here so you can add things. I've actually put my mouse ears on here before when I haven't wanted to wear them. So this is a nice size. I also love the mint color, and then this one's great because it is a little bit bigger so you can fit some extra things down inside. It also looks great in photos. It's got this really beautiful buckle, and so these have been super handy to use at a specific location, as you can see, the past couple years. I also have this one that's not Disney specific. This one's great because it's got a lot of different pockets, which I love, and it also has the area here at the side where you can put your phone in here, and you can put your headphones through if you have corded headphones. But this one's really cute with the D on there. And so these are some of the Fanny Packs that I like the most for travel and then just incidental occasions whenever I am wanting to grab a smaller bag. And I do use kind of this pouch idea, like pouches inside of pouches quite a bit. You can see I have camera supplies down in here. But this is one of my Lily Pulitzer pouches, and I use that on basically every single Disney trip. The last category of items I wanted to share because I talked to some people recently. I can't remember where people were asking. It was on Instagram or the blog or comments or something, and I can't remember where. But I was talking about self-tanner, and I really love just doing a light spray of self-tanner. And this is Isle of Paradise. I've used a number of self-tanners, and this actually ended up being my favorite out of all of them. This is the Day Dew, which is a face mist, and it just lightly kind of enhances your glow, which I like. It's not like super obvious that you use spray tan. It just kind of gives you a nice glow, which I like in my pictures. I normally get the light in this. Amazon was out when I got this during a sale. I got the medium, and so these are something that I like to use before every warm weather destination trip, just to kind of give my skin a little bit of a healthy glow before I go. Another thing that I think is an essential anywhere, but especially if you're going to Florida, is this all-nighter spray. I'm going to be sharing my Disney makeup in a future video, but this is a must-have if you are traveling in Florida, especially during the hottest of the hot months. This helps your makeup just set on. It is on there all day long. You look good all day long in photos, and so it's just like a must-have. And then again, I'll share all my makeup in a separate video, but I really love this Naked Sin set. It's got some essentials which are perfect for eyeshadow when you just want a small palette to bring with you. This is perfect. You can just toss it down inside your purse, toss it down inside your park bag. It even fits down inside your fanny pack if you want to do touch-ups throughout the day. And I usually always have a travel size of this Urban Decay all-nighter spray with me as well too. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing all of my travel essentials. I also have packing lists that I use to help myself make sure that I have everything that I need for all the trips. Since it is in the middle of winter when I am making this video, I'm going to share the Disney winter packing list down below. I also have a regular version which just has some hot weather items that you'll need, like personal fans and cooling towels and all of the things to keep you cool, which you definitely need in the middle of summer that you don't necessarily need in winter. A little bit of different things you need in winter. You want kind of extra layers and a sweatshirt and warmer clothing items to keep you warm. So I will link these down below. These are over on my sister channel, Moms with Mouse Ears, and there's all kinds of helpful planning tools that you can use to plan your trip if you're going specifically to Disney over on Moms with Mouse Ears. So this is a free download, and hopefully that's helpful if you're planning a winter trip to Disney. But I am getting ready to head back to Disney World for the Festival of the Arts. I have that whole trip coming up, which I'm going to be sharing with you. I'm super excited. You'll be meeting up with a number of friends while I'm down there, trying all kinds of yummy food, and I'll be sharing what we do during that trip in vlogs coming up soon. So thanks for watching today, and have a great day.